Okay. You thought that it was just one episode of the saltiness. We're gonna maybe finish up here in this one, just to give you a little extra salt. Some extra stuff that I didn't cover the first time through, if you will. Well, it did. I just kind of split this up because I figured 30 minutes was, long enough. Most people won't listen anyway, so just a couple of things still in terms of people making comments and things to me all the time. And this is more or less in relations to going to conventions and like TennoCon and stuff. So there's some seriousness here um, in that regards. So in terms of things like getting to go to conventions and stuff, there's many factors involved. Obviously, being a person that works full time for a living, having a family, I can't just up and go away for a few days just randomly because I want to. That's not how that works. Unless it's actually my job, in which case then I have to up and go for a few days whether I like it or not. But for the most part, like I can't just go and do that. Obviously, money is always a factor, and I know I do appreciate people that have commented on that issue where they're like, we'll help you, and it's unbelievable that somebody would say, yeah, I want to help you. I would give you some stuff to get you here. And that's awesome, but I don't ever expect that. And I really wouldn't ever ask that of anybody. If I can't get there on my own money, or if, for some instance I was cool enough to be paid for by the development team themselves, as others have been, then that'd be awesome. But that would never happen unless the convention just happened to be someplace in the United States, like say there was some kind of convention down in, I don't know, Florida, maybe even closer to, say, I don't know, Jacksonville. No hints. I'm just saying. And then in that case, I'd kind of be obligated to go to those. You know what I'm saying? As well as like TennoCon. There's no way I could go. I don't own a passport. I don't leave the country anymore. I used to have a passport years ago, but yeah, I let that expire and really don't have plans on getting a new one anytime in the distant future. So that's kind of out of the question. No, I mean it would be cool. Don't get me wrong. I'd love to go to conventions upon conventions upon conventions and meet everybody, and not just in regards to Warframe, but I missed out on a lot of opportunities with a lot of the PR stuff. Every time there are conventions, my PR groups, hey, we can get you to go meet these people. We can get you to go meet these developers. Hey, you want to have a backstage interview with so and so and so and so? I can't do it because I just, obviously YouTube doesn't give me anywhere near enough money to be able to support that next step that I would love to be able to take in that regards, but that is not something that can happen anytime soon unless it's something local. And no offense, Minecraft or Minecon that comes to Orlando is not something that I really plan on going to. I like Minecraft, but there's really nothing there for me in that regards because that's just not where I fit in. So there's that, unfortunately. I mean, that would be cool, man. I'd love to meet up with you guys, and just hang out with people, and everybody that I play with in game. Well, obviously not everybody. Heck, we'd break the convention center if it was that many people. Damn it, yeah. Those are lofty dreams, but it would be cool, I mean, I don't consider myself anything special or anybody special, but it'd just be cool to meet people that you actually play with and game around with. And this is in regards to outside of my community, because I've met several of my own community members, and obviously I've known most of them for 5-6 years now. So that's not even in that regards. But I do know that there are a number of members that are right here in Florida. Just saying. But so there's that, and then there's the other issue, right? Where, sorry, adjusted my headphones there. Like with TennoCon. TennoCon was pretty cool. Obviously, the content that got released right before TennoCon was really bad and shitty and horrible. But that's since been adjusted a bit, and we've talked about that before. I'll be honest, if I had been up at TennoCon and I had been invited to be part of the YouTube panel and I was up on that stage, guys, I mean, being honest, straight up to you, I would have stood up and walked right off that stage. The complete embarrassment from a couple of people that were up there, and the words and sexual connotations that came out of people were just it is 100% uncalled for. I don't, there's no need for that. Really. Drop your fake fucking character and be normal for once. Be respectful and mindful of where you're at. And the fact that you were live to millions of people. And there you are, being a complete idiot. And you know, it just, it went from something really cool to something just unbelievably wrong. And you could see it in several people's eyes when certain comments were said by creators or the YouTube panel that was up there. How fucking embarrassing. Like I said, I swear to you, if I was there when that happened, I would have stood up and walked right off. Embarrassing. I mean, let alone the channels that are out there that do that content and create that all the time. I mean, on some level, you are actually breaking the YouTube rules every single day that you make that type of content, obviously, based off of what their policy is. So, I don't know. But that's not for me to decide what you do on your channel. Absolutely not. But when you're in a public position and you are supporting, or you've been invited to be on a panel or something like that where you're live and you're in front of people, you need to maybe have some common sense. Maybe, maybe grow up a little, act normal in some regards, because that's just fucking embarrassing. Just fucking embarrassing. And that's where I stand on that. So I would love to maybe someday meet up with everybody, but then again, it probably won't ever happen, like I said, because I open my mouth, too much sometimes, I guess, right? Because I'm just always just being myself. I'm always out there. I'm always honest. I'm not trying to hide anything. It just doesn't get you very far in life, trying to play that type of role, I guess, if you will. Being fake, at some point, it catches up with you. But man, oh God, I don't know. And you guys ask me about it all the time, and like I said, I've had many people offer to help get me there, but I'm sorry, I just don't think that it would ever happen, unfortunately. Unless, like I said, it was someplace where it was, somewhat local to me. Obviously, it would have to be in the States, but I mean, someplace local. And by local, I mean within my general area, so, like Florida, Georgia, Carolina, something like that, something where I could travel there for a couple of days on a weekend or something, when the convention would be, and then come right back home, because obviously I couldn't take time off too long, and I've got obligations here that need to be taken care of, but there is that. There's definitely that. So I kind of had to get that off my chest, I guess. That was like the last little thing that I didn't put in to this first salty episode, and I guess isn't really salty per se, except for when we're talking about how embarrassing that TennoCon became just as a result of one flailing issue, if you will, which extends from prior to that. Again, it goes back to the fucking mafiosa group. every fucking time. Everything that's wrong goes back to the same group of people. And everybody bends the fuck over for them and says, give it to me. Give it to me. Oh, there we go. Maybe that's a little bit too violent in what I just said there. But I mean, that's basically what's going on. And it doesn't happen in other games. It does not happen in other games like that, ever. Yes, developers support their community, but they also realize that they hold the cards, not the community. And in this case, it's the developer holding the cards and not the content creators that think they hold the cards. And quite frankly, the bigger part of this community is on those forums every single day. The people that are there, the people that are dedicated, that are involved, are on those forums every single day. They're the important people, not us. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. We're going to get back to our regularly scheduled program. I get that platinum giveaway started here by the end of this weekend. And some other shit. Yeah, lots of other stuff. Thanks for tuning in as always, guys. And I'll catch you soon.